May with the 2 points. Out to Chandler. Thought about it. Goes inside.
Got to take his left away. He is so good. Going to his dominant side.
Williams, hot hand on Friday, and no.
Right now, Texas A&M shooting a lot of perimeter jump shots, 3 for 6 from the three-point line.
Carolina loves that secondary. Look at this little bump and shot.
Trying to get around Williams. Spin move, puts it up. No foul.
Well, you have a flow going. Relax.
Pinson. 13 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Big first half for Tyler Davis.
Nobody's ever accused him of squeezing any place. No.
And May. He'll be able to get.
Keep taking care of business for your A&M. This team will not back off.
Johnson, no. Tapped out. Pinson.
With a few offensive rebounds.
Inside Johnson.
Slow.
Sad to say, Dave Goff, who you saw hit the shot and left school as the all-time assist leader, passed away yesterday at the age of 58. Our condolences to the family.
And you were at the game as
I
well,
was
right?
the student reporter from the University of Houston covering as they good place with it right now. And he remembers, though, you saw Roy Williams there, what a caring individual he was when the diagnosis was first made. His can hits the shot can. Yeah, why would that be any different?
Well, for different reasons.
I have to clarify that. Some things are just assumed.
Nice cut off the curl,
And Williams lays it in.
and nobody get that upset with the score.
Terry from the corner. Yep, 3 more.
Just get it to me. 10 and under, clear out.
Yeah. Pass it around until then. Okay. May.
That's right. It wasn't me. You can't blame me, right?
I'll tell you, Texas A&M, that first 4 minutes of the first half, and came out and tried to run with North Carolina. They settled down as Playtick knocks down.
But he made it. Nice tip.
Tapped out. Back to the rim.
Lipscomb's had some chances, just not unable to convert.
This is where Pinson's so good.
That's Kenny Williams.
2 from 3 from three-point line. 1 turnover against this Carolina team. He's been impressive.
So he has.
Valuable, nice slip, and say goodnight.
Yeah, that's man. And Cooper led them in scoring in the first half. This is the lay-in, and he had 11 in that first half.
Big to get him started. Nice penetration.
Carolina, conversely, offensively, 7 different players scored in the first half, and 7 different players had an assist.
Oh, 3-point shot.
He's solid defensively.
Yeah, exactly. Stay at home. Nice pass.
Williams able to get the shot to drop. That's a 3.
I tell you, they really had a spirited timeout to get the emotions flowing and get back in this game.
Made only 11 on the season. He's got 3 in this game. They trim it to 8. Barry trying to get right back. And does.
Oh, don't leave the ball.
Long rebound to Pinson. He's 1 away from a double-double now. He's got 10 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists.
I've just been so impressed. My first time seeing him live, and
this year,
all that he does for this team, pretty amazing.
Plus 14, rebounding, North Carolina. Pinson, dish, and an assist for Pinson.
Pepper, his energy and his play has been impressive today.
You know, trap, they haven't done that. They don't want to generate an easy baskets.
This team
early in the game.
It's hard to trap Carolina.
Yeah.
Multiple ball handlers out there on the court.
So a lot of good decision makers. Nice cut. That's a little shuffle. And Pinson.
Of any team in Division I. Devin Hall, second team All ACC, left it short. North Carolina's defense has really improved over the last 10 games. This has become a much more formidable defensive team. Cameron Johnson with a pull-up. Well, Virginia does such a great job of getting back. If you can get the ball down court and get a decent shot early, take it. A 3-pointer for Kenny with their offensive boards. They are the second best offensive rebounding team in the country in terms of getting a percentage of their own missed shots, almost 40%. Good pass. May up and under, and Carolina as a 2 seed. As Jerome knocks down the 3, do you think the 1 seed is potentially in play for Carolina if they win tonight? Because of this quad system, yes. As odd as it sounds, I mean, North Carolina's got 9 losses on the year. but they could still be a 1 seed because of the number of quality wins they have and the number of difficulty of having to work to get a shot. Pinson had to force one up off the glass. It comes out to Barry, who knocks down the 16-footer. DeAndre Hunter there instead of settling for the jump shot. Now they desperately need a bucket. So how about Kyle Jerome? Or Ty Jerome cutting off that drive. How about up 7-1? Well, Cameron Johnson has played so well in these two Carolina games. Poor pass by Alex O'Connell, ripped by Theo. Pinson just jumped right in front of Marvin Bagley. Carolina, very good interior passing team. Barry for three. Got it. And took it under duress. That's one where you shot fake drive or just get rid of it.
And he can make a three. Most of the ones he's made this year have come from the top, though, not the corner. Made a turnaround, gets the bounce. It's too, right?
Yeah. East, so. I don't know. Xavier still feels like a 1 seed to me, having won the Big East.
Wow. Oh, wow.
He just couldn't catch up. Nobody rotates over.
So soft touch for May.
But he really does. State and Clemson both went 15 of 30 from three-point range in that game that Carolina lost to Miami in the last home game. Miami was 11 of 22 from three-point range.
Tonight, Duke just 2 of 10. Pinson, another terrific pass. Transition for Duke. He'll pull up for a deep three. And Williams wrestles it away from Trent.
Well, is he a good guard rebounder?
Another great pass from Theo.
Coming off a ball screen. If you go under, if there's a handoff and you try to go under, he will shoot behind it.
Boy, that's a wide open look. I mentioned the balance on this Miami team. They don't have a single scorer in the top 25 in the ACC this year. They don't have anybody averaging 12 points per game, but they've got 6 players at least 8.5 points per game.
Well, you're not going to find many teams that are going to the NCAA tournament that the leading scorer doesn't even average 12 a game.
Williams knocks down a three. Kenny Williams. Final position in the ACC standings has been ahead of their preseason poll. Now, it's just a poll, it's just a prediction. But in that sense, they have exceeded expectations in every year that Larrañaga's been.
Well, Larrañaga is an excellent coach. And finally, North Carolina off the call, but it's a really bad call.
Carolina takes over with 2:36 to go. Pinson, nice look ahead to Williams. And Carolina stretches the lead to 8.
Leads to a basket.
Tell you what, folks, this kid's going to be a monster. I expect him to be first or second team ACC as his career presents.
Clock. Battle tries to create space against Williams.
What superb one-on-one defense by the Tar Heels.
Williams defends and delivers at the other.
That's a stat sheet stuffer. He does some of everything out there on the floor. Plays the point forward. Play a quarterback right there. What a pass.
Full court pressure. Williams catches the touchdown. Back and forth they go, and somebody's got to be on the move here. Howard floats. Back iron, no. A couple of tips. Out Carolina's way. A 2-on-1. Pinson shares it back. And the lay-in good. Rebounded and put back by Brissett.
Long pass here.
And the track meet.
It really puts that zone defense, or any defense for that matter, really in a tough way. It gets you scrambling, and they've taken advantage all night long.
May. And the officials.
That you've seen a Mike Krzyzewski team ever play over his Duke career.
Oh,
heck
yeah.
Far, right?
I don't know that he's ever played it even close to as this much.
But 90% of their possessions since the last Carolina game have been zone defense. Corner three.
Didn't know about.
Marvin Bagley III, his 3rd game back from a knee sprain. And Duke, although it's March already, with all the freshmen, Bagley in and out, Grayson Allen moving to the point for the most part. They feel they're kind of still evolving and still improving as they head into the postseason. Another great interior feed.
Wendell Carter and Marvin Bagley III in the lane.
So 3 minutes into the second half, Carolina still leads by 10, and to make it 13.
Final appearance in the Dean Dome.
Rebound for Pinson off the Newton miss. Luke May with the this time Johnson well behind the line.
In Michigan State nationally as far as the two best rebounding teams, but it doesn't look like it should be one of the best rebounding teams in the country.
Barry changed his mind. Now Carolina will reset. Typically North Carolina has those big guys that you expect to rebound at a high rate. Johnson scores again.
To get to the rim again.
About the only way the Canes haven't scored. They've hit 8 of their last 10 field goals. Cameron Johnson.
A really nice job. Yeah, I would think so. I mean, ACC's the deepest league. 16 teams are going to have some good ones in there. Well, he's such a good finisher. Early in the season, Joel Berry, their secondary break, it's different, but still really effective. I thought Pinson was going to just turn and go take that ball to the basket. Good pass.
He's had moments, but for the most part, it's been relatively quiet. The Canes up 15 and feeling some energy on defense.
Got a switch. Lonnie Walker on Luke May inside. I want to give it to him.
Barry. Boy, the Heels needed that.
North Carolina, you just don't see that very often. These have been unforced turnovers.
Cam Johnson with the quick answer. Newton gets into Pinson's body, and May gets the rebound. Cam Johnson.
They have answered the call a couple of different times when they could have folded up a bit in a difficult environment. Two-man game, stagger on the weak side.
Kenny Williams. Performance by the Canes. Let's see if they can finish the deal with just over 5.5 to play.
Well, they're spreading North Carolina out and making the Tar Heels chase them. And no defense is good, or as good when it's chasing.
And the takeaway for the Tar Heels. Pinson in transition. A nice pass inside to Luke May. And the three ball is shooting it well lately, and that's an Achilles for Carolina.
Well, drive it from one guy to the other. And the one guy, Howard, driving it towards Battle, or Battle driving it like you just saw there towards Howard is huge. There's Pinson.
How about 2 possessions, 2 assists?
And Pinson.
Oh, I love the view. The 360 view, this is the best watching film this way.
I was going to say, here's what you get. Vert, Crane, and Cuff calling little North Carolina Syracuse. But they work the ball inside, and just like that, Tar Heels.
Just 2 of 11, and the big block there by Sterling Manley.
Hey, Sterling Manley has come in and made a big-time impact. You saw the block there, defensive backboard as well, offensive backboard as well.
Johnson looking for 3. Pinson, offensive rebound.
Making defensive errors if he's going to score.
He's coming off his career high at 11 points in their road win against Miami. May with the turn in the lane.
Bagley wants to come in and fit in, but I love the way Duke's playing.
Yeah.
Duke.
Howard's got 15 now. Do you hearken or do you hearken back?
Is that redundant?
I might be redundant.
You're a Syracuse grad.
I'm an Englishman.
Look at that pass.
Look at that move inside.
Dan Goodell has just checked in for Louisville. He has missed the last couple of games with a left ankle sprain. But a 10.
Haven't been able to kind of get over that hump and start knocking into this Carolina lead.
In and out for McMahon. Pinson bounce pass made. Crowd thought he traveled. Barry's been hot from three-point land tonight and stays that way. But it's short. Mahmoud didn't block him out at all, and May got a second opportunity. And here's another one for Pinson. That's 12 second chance.
What a recovery. That's your senior making a play. Great look ahead pass. Ray Spalding thinks he's all alone. Joel Berry comes flying in there.
And a big play, because if Spalding makes that and maybe gets fouled, you're looking at a 2-possession game.
Yes.
Pinson flips it back. May from 3. Good. Louisville is at Duke on Wednesday night on ESPN at 9 Eastern time.
The road does not get any easier.
Under a minute to play. .23 for Barry. Pinson has 19. Cam Johnson a dozen. Williams 11. May has 16. May trying to add to that. It does. 19 points is
for 9 points for John Mooney.
Yeah, that's usually what Luke May does to other players, is pull him away from the basket, make a big guy guard on the perimeter. Luke May had to guard what he does to other guys. Now a little 2-3 zone for Notre Dame, giving a different look to North Carolina.
Cameron Johnson, that's a 3. Points per game in the 2-game winning streak. They have 3 tonight. Gibbs and Farrell, all 3 for Gibbs. But Notre Dame within 3, under 6.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Rex Swigger doing a really good job on Cameron Johnson, just staying with him, not letting him get an open look.
Williams got a good look from
Johnson. Huge confidence booster for him.
And Roy Williams has been telling him to be more aggressive, and he has been. Woods missed 17 games with a stress fracture of his right foot. Williams, there's aggressiveness.
Opportunities.
Farrell off the mark all night long, but not bashful, trying to shoot his way out of it. Barry, a 3. It's good. They'll put him back out there and see what they can do late in the regular season, perhaps with 2 games to go.
And it's a foot. It's not like it's a knee problem. They'd rush back. A lot of guys have played with a broken foot coming back. Great cut.
Torin Dorn. And Markel Johnson has just been outstanding for NC State over the last 4 games. Double-figure assists. Really working well with Beverly.
Cameron Johnson inside, and the foul on Braxton Beverly. Columbia, South Carolina, who returned to the Tar Heel lineup on Thursday night for the first time in about 18 games. Playtech on the drive, scores in transition. Carolina's foul trouble for either team. Freeman got caught, threw it away to Williams. Right back to Kenny Williams from Pinson.
You see they're locked in on Williams. They don't want to get him going. May, you know, and that was the other side for the help. But they're not, you know, North Carolina will not double a boot.
Back to within 1. May cuts against her at 7 and scores. 23 for Luke. Walked ourselves into a nice ball game, Mike.
It's like I said, nobody's been able to pull away so far.
Pinson, no look, Barry, and it held on the iron before falling.
A little bit now. You can attack the rim, try to get some fouls.
Here's Pinson breaking the pressure. Tried to get it to Kenny Williams, did on the deflection, and Williams scores. Williams got it. A 3-ball from Kenny Williams.
This game early tonight.
At 7 points, 5 rebounds against Notre Dame. 7 points more than he had scored all season long.
And Krzyzewski was asked about his bench before the game, and he told us he subs by feel. He's got a lot of different guys on the bench. None of them play a ton of minutes, but he opts to get right into the game early. Kenny Williams with
get those defensive rebounds to finish the possession.
Allen gets the shot off, hits the rim with a rebound down to Johnson, and here come the Heels. Johnson for 3. Got it! Had some big games off the bench for the Blue Devils, who don't get or haven't gotten recently very much from their bench. They get a bucket from O'Connell there, and Bolden's been terrific off the bench tonight.
Carolina trying to raise Duke up.
Pinson, not a good outside shooter. Off to Johnson, who is. The wing guy is good an offensive rebounder, as you'll see.
Well, tough to block out. That's a tough shot and not a good one.
Carolina with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Ball needed to go inside on that possession of Wendell Carter Jr.
Pinson off to May, and it's tied.
That's what happened. They ran that high screen roll, got drawn in a little bit, and Stevenson had a terrific look in the corner.
Pittsburgh's got 4 threes in their first 5 field goals. And lead by 2. Manley the catch inside and the dunk off the Pinson lob.
Into that pace, you see the other team making threes and you want to immediately make up for it. They have to be good threes.
Barry. Tar Heels trail by 3. Nice pass. Pinson again. Brooks the catch and score 1. Hard dribble toward the corner, and here's Cameron Davis.
It's a good look. It's the same type of play, except they ran it the other side.
Good look for Playtech.
You think, and they may do that just to cover up the 3.
And May on the follow, deflected back. May defending, 8 to shoot. Right hand fall away. Pinson. Back for Barry, another 3. Yes, sir. Joel Barry's field goal for Pinson. Wilson Frame missing a long 3. Brandon Robinson. Pinson, nice pass. There's Brooks. We're comfortable with him 1 through 4, but he'll challenge us to, say I did do 1 through 5, and there's a layup by Cameron.
For Kenny Williams. I mean, just, at some point you doubt whether you're ever going to see the basket go through the ball go through the basket. And then now the run out.
All I know, Reese, is I am endeavoring to be average, and tonight I think I can do it.
You knew you could the whole way. What a season and what a start.
North Carolina kid. This is Betts. Open. Transition 3 won't go, and the weak side rebound cleared by Pinson.
Swing and get it to the other side if you can.
Here comes Pinson.
There you go.
Into the corner. Play tech from deep. That's good.
Blackshear gives Virginia Tech the lead again. That'll keep you on your toes. Yeah, that's a tease. Somebody pointed out yesterday why do we need a tease if they're already watching. John Malcolm. That's right. Luke May.
A really smart play by Virginia Tech to get the ball in quickly and beat North Carolina up the floor. That's usually what Carolina does to opponents after a made field goal. But, John, that was Exhibit A on the last play, why you don't save the ball under your opponent's basket. I mean, that cost Virginia Tech a 3.
May spots up for another 3. Luke May. 4% free throw shooter, missed both. He missed only 5 out of 31 all year. So the lead still 8. 3 minutes gone by in the second half. North Carolina's turned it over 3 times in this half. Buries a 3 from 3-point range.
Really, Virginia Tech not sending anybody to the offensive glass, just getting back to take away Carolina's transition. They're willing to give up a chance at an offensive rebound to take it away from North Carolina.
Barry, a turnover. The quickness of Robinson saved it, and he explodes for the bucket, and then gets rejected by Manley and May.
Manley is so long. And he's starting to play better and better. Good pass.
And May. Virginia Tech. Jay said at the top of the telecast, just about a must-win game with an eye toward the NCAA tournament. Really need a resume booster. Their best win at Ole Miss, perhaps the win against Washington. What a terrific job Mike Hopkins is doing with those Washington Huskies in his first year. Luke May quiets the crowd. Buzz Williams all the way across the midcourt line.
Well, this has to give Virginia Tech some confidence that they are capable of far better than they have played.
That game circle, ultimate competitor. He's leading the Jayhawks now from the guard position.
Manley with his third dunk already today. You've got to do it for the entire season, but that's pretty good company to keep.
Anytime you can be in a category with the greatest of all time in Sam Perkins, that's great company to be in.
Kenny Williams, good way to start the half. There goes Todrick Jackson. This time avoids the contact. Missed the floater. Here comes Barry with Alvarado to beat. And the senior scores over the freshman.
Would like to see that continue here today.
Johnson. Grantham. Pinson. Bounce pass May for the dunk.
Nice defender. Usually the guy's dribbling.
Reed a three from out front. And Pinson. Skip back for Williams. Here's Cam Johnson from out front. 5 for Johnson, his 10th three.
And then in transition, once again, North Carolina able to get the wide open three.
Barry, 15 to shoot. Skip all the way across. Williams, hesitation, 3 ball. 8 for Kenny Williams. Absolutely. So Robinson, who has played briefly in the first half and has a 3 to his credit. Remember, you're taking Carolina's leading scorer and leading rebounder off the floor. Here in the final 145 of this opening frame.
And suddenly you get very, very inexperienced on the inside.
Right. 7 to shoot, Barry. Bounce pass, Pinson. Skip. Robinson, a high arcing 3. Wow.
At least yelling at the referee. Well, I hope he's okay.
Yeah. Barry. Brooks tried to help with the screen. Tigers played it well. Johnson's been on fire. Keeps it going.
I don't think you can help off.
And Notre Dame on top.
Well, Notre Dame wants to stretch out this North Carolina defense and move the ball from side to side. They run a lot of different sets to get their guys open.
And the soft touch for
the last shot. And a lot of times what they've done here is they've let Theo Pinson attack off the dribble. Now they're going into 2-3 zone.
Barry's on the bench with 2 fouls as well.
Mike Bray calling an audible.
Johnson knocks down a 3.
Has to be the same amount in both places.
Harvey misses the 3. The last foul, by the way, was on May, and it's his 3rd. Pinson driving, kicking, and the finish for Williams. 49 at the Carrier Dome. Burns. Jogo up looking for a putback, but Johnson down with the rebound for the Heels. Syracuse, couple of tough losses. That 2-point loss to Notre Dame, and they were beaten in double overtime by Florida State.
He gets into the scoring column himself. May forced that one up. Another second chance, and there's Joel Berry.
BC piece of that jump shot, and that's what ignited the break.
Bowman can't get it to go. He's struggling early. Well defended there by Jaleel Felton. Pinson, what a pass! What a pass! Jerry West, wonderful guy. His son's now playing at UCSB. He's a gaucho. Told us about that when we were up in Roy's office. Here's Joel Berry again. By the way, after that bucket,
before they're 1 and 2, could drop to 1 and 3. And Tim, we didn't talk all about this. Overstay. Here's the finish inside. It sounds like a Carolina Panther game with a Luke Kuechly makes a BC alum.
Indeed,
makes a tackle.
Pinson leaves it for Manley. Now that.
Another 3 for Hall. Speeding up the game, you go to traps, you go to pressures, you try to speed up. They're a tough team to pressure. They handle the ball so well.
Williams tries a 3. Both teams starting to heat up here in the second.
Followed by North Carolina in a very close battle. And number 3, you got the Seminoles in terms of wins.
Right.
Leonard Hamilton's been here since 2002. 3 from.
Very quick, very athletic.
Walker, bad pass.
Tried to make this spectacular play, wasn't there. Pinson almost had a double dribble.
Almost rolled his ankle too, but he finds a cutting jump.
has another great recruiting class coming in next year.
Really? In a shocking development.
Really? I know, shocking development. I'll tell you that.
Kobe White. I know you're going to talk about Kobe White. He just put on a phenomenal show in one of those holiday classics in North Carolina. He's on his way to setting all
28 in a row.
Huge possession right here. Cross-court pass. Pinson picks it off.
Terrible pass.
Berry.
Terrible pass.
Got it. It's a one-point.
Wilbekin spots up. Saw the rebound. Taken away by Johnson, and here come the Tar Heels.
Really smart. Wake Forest did a terrific job of getting back. There was no break. So instead of throwing it in the traffic, Johnson just backed it up and you run offense. And you get a layup.
How about Williams with the left hand?
Yeah, really good. Out with a trap. Guys didn't rotate. And Roy Williams is telling Steve Robinson, his longtime assistant. And Steve's like, yeah, okay. I'm not playing.
Pinson. May. They're the veterans for the Tar Heels.
He hung on to it and made sure it did that time. I'll be shocked if he misses his next three.
All right. We'll keep an eye on number 2 in white. Here's Pinson off the curl. Out there with Johnson, May, Berry. And as always, one of the young bigs, Sterling Manley, number 21 in the post. Shot clock under 10. Pinson always looking for a teammate. This time it's Johnson for 3.
What a great cut by Johnson.
By Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, Berry, he just went too deep and turned, and Wilbekin was the only one there. You got to throw this inside. You got to get the ball.
There's a strong finish inside by Luke May.
Player. He's not his dad. I mean, his dad's one of the all-time greats, obviously, Randolph, who's on the bench. But Brandon Childress, a really good player.
First field goal for the sophomore from right there in Winston-Salem. Those two got bad.
Shot you want, they're going to make.
Down 4. May fires. Pinson on the offensive glass. There goes Pinson. Shovel pass. And the layup by May.
We said
the bell. Averages 8 points a game. Loafer so far, right? Very baseline jumper. Got it. Okay, you know that play is coming.
4 points.
Wofford plays at one of the slowest tempos in the country. They play about 19 seconds of possession. So if you're North Carolina, you've got to stay locked in. 2 post moves from Cameron Jackson.
Here's Williams, top of the arc, knocks down the 3 in North Carolina.
Than anybody I have ever seen on tape. He'll take shots at all angles. He'll take shots going away from the basket.
And
those are the layups. If you're Wofford, Jackson's got to make that.
Pinson, the feed to Berry for 3, and he gets it to go.
Had 3 post-ups. Carolina turned it over 3 straight possessions. They didn't come in here to defend Wofford tonight, and Wofford brought the fight to them.
Berry, 15 points on the night, off to May in the corner, and he knocks down the 3.
May is denied by Alexander. Williams off the up fake. Berry for 3.
That's really a key. Totally lost on that. Really well-run offense by Tennessee out of the timeout.
That is 1,987 career points for the young man who played his first 3 years at Howard.
Well, that's just too easy.
Back and forth they go. Kenny Williams with the lay.
Manley pinned underneath the basket.
Bone. He's been hot. A little strong on the triple. Williams spotting up. You give him that much room and he's knocking.
To be out of high school, and boy, has he made a tremendous leap in his game.
Theo Pinson with a basketball. Yeah, the numbers for Kenny Williams shooting the ball are just remarkable. 55% this year. There's Manley.
He is a baby Barkley. He can be so explosive. You let him go one-on-one in the post, and he'll be able to score at a high percentage.
And Jay Grant Williams says he has watched videos over the years of Charles Barkley. I also like that he has patterned some of what he does as Luke May. Try to feed the post. Pinson with the steal.
Well, Fulkerson's got to hold him off. Oh! Got to bring full court pressure. That's unusual not to have any call there. But Tennessee not handling the pressure very well at all. Good call by Roy Williams to bring the full court pressure in the trap.
Here's Pinson on the wing. Give it back to Williams, who rises up for the lead.
Mutombo. That's a good sign for the Catamounts. He's struggled in this early season. Mutombo, a guy that led him in scoring a season ago, but has struggled a bit here early. Good sign knocking down that three. But getting away, that's Maurice Smith trying to answer for the Catamounts.
Pinson weaves through, feeds Manley. But all Carolina so far here in their second meeting ever with Western Carolina. May. A little up and under on Gosselin. Luke May with Berry. Doing Joel Berry things. Can't finish it. Huffman lost it. May saves it. Here's Kenny Williams, a three. Oh, my goodness. Over in the Tri-City area. Good shooter. Valuable guy in the league once they get into Southern Conference play. He's an excellent shooter there. A freshman mistake. Dribbling to an area that's a trap area for the Tar Heels leads to a turnover. And when you give them, Gosselin will catch and score. 10 now for Gosselin.
You can see the element to the game that Amius brings to the Catamounts. Protecting the rim, athleticism. But you can't in on Manley. Had it blocked out of there. May finally recovers, pulls it away from Steger. And there you see the length of Manley. And when a big guy protects the yard.
One of two transfers seeing significant time this year for Tulane. A lot of hands fighting for the ball, and it's Pinson who emerges. May, right block. He's got two.
Vontae Graham, 35 points, doing the job, and UConn struggling a bit this early season. I'm sure Coach Kevin Ollie will, as they continue to get healthy and moving forward. But an old Big East game should be a great contest.
I don't know that anybody's rooting for 6 overtimes, but 1 or 2 is always fun. Huffman explodes to the back.
Plays like you just saw. Theo Pinson stepping in, taking the charge, getting the Tar Heels another possession.
Can you further illustrate that, how rare that might be, that in 2 straight games, that there were no plays defensively, that he wanted to become a member of the media this year? You're in the studio, you're out covering games. What's life like on the other side?
You know what? It's been a tremendous education, and I think what helped me was when I went to Phoenix and joined the game day crew for the Final Four, and I got a chance to see the inner workings, not only of the people on camera, but everybody.
Second chance opportunities. The Wildcats have livelier bodies getting to the boards.
May answers.
And Roy possessions and do the little things it takes to help your team be excellent on both sides.
Aldridge with the left hand. Off the side of the rim. Robinson, meanwhile, a career high 8 points all the first half. All on consecutive possessions. May down low with a bounce. May.
He was going to be somewhere near with that baby blue on representing.
Grady spun it off the wrong side of the glass. Gimmonson scored the last 8 for Davidson. Pinson just 2 for 20 from distance this year. Joel Berry much better and much more efficient. Kovacevic down low, nearly tied up. Can't find the basket. Good defense by Carolina.
Sterling Manning doing the job, building his wall. The block shot, and Uber Roy to do the job, manning that front line. I don't think we could have expected this sort of output.
You can expect
play is an area they're really concerned about.
Very rarely will the Wolverines turn it over, but they just turned it over. Coming into tonight, number 6 in America, 9.1 turnovers per game. And there's May. Alley-oop, the finish.
Inside with Wagner, because that's one of the areas they're really concerned about when you talk about North Carolina. Interior play, both in the post offensively and defensively. Let's show some patience.
Williams for three. That's a good start for the Hits way through Luke May.
They got to get more looks for him inside. Every time he touches the ball in there, Bob, he scores.
He's got 15 here in the first half.
And that's going to be a real dilemma for North Carolina when they have to face really strong inside players. That's one they're going to have to face, but they never missed a bag of it several times.
Pinson, nice lead for May.
The kid Lindsey did not come up productive. By the way, Tom Crean did a great job in that game. He did a great job with Dave Pash. Tom certainly, I thought, got not a fair deal out of Indiana. That's my gut feeling.
May seals inside, scores again. Lost under the basket, so Matthews comes the other way. He's left alone, tries a three. That's off the mark.
You know, Fountain's a nephew of the great Ray Fountain.
Yep.
He was just tremendous when he played here.
Playtech leans inside, and he's got his first bucket.
Minutes, he felt like Carolina played real well. He also said that he wants to keep the pace frenetic, but make sure that Carolina uses their length to their advantage.
And the biggest thing that I've noticed, Bill, since the start was taking care of the basketball. Turnovers were a real problem for North Carolina the first 5-6 minutes of the game, but then a much better job of handling the ball. And, of course,
Cascades, just fantastic. Eagle Creek and the waterfalls.
Arkansas's cut it to 12, but it's back to 14. Andrew
Championship game.
The runner by Franklin Porter. Carolina runs the floor at the rim, and the finish from Luke May. 17 years all told for Terry Porter as a player in the NBA, also a head coach in the NBA, and a two-time All-Star.
Played with San Antonio, Minnesota, and Miami.
Counted for Kenny Williams. In the game, a freshman for the Tar Heels.
Santa Barbara, what an opportunity. Joe Barry.
Missing a three. Loose ball corralled by Williams for North Carolina.
Nice.
Garrison Brooks. Luke May the rebound, the miss from Malcolm Porter.
Take it to the hoop, Kenny Williams. Yeah.
And one.
In those early days when they opened their first retail shop down in Santa Monica, and now look at it. Oh my gosh, this place is packed here. We're having the time of our life. PK80, where dreams come true.
North Carolina going right inside where they're having success.
Just a handful, maybe 4 players in the history of the sport of basketball, James Worthy, to be MVP of a college team and championship team, and MVP of an NBA championship team.
Rattles in.
The world trip that changed the world. Said, oh my gosh, I had no idea. There's no reason to ever leave here. But he's back, and we're so fortunate.
Kenny Williams, 3.
Basketball, and they've got to get good shots, and that means not quick shots. Quick shots that lead to long rebounds usually end up with transition buckets the other way for Carolina.
Kenny Williams
for USC, a big win for them on the road last night against Vanderbilt. This Stanford lineup is experienced, they are consistent, and they shoot a very high percentage.
Up top, Williams, his second.
Came from the left wing, caught the pass on the move, elevated and scored. So Northern Iowa, or excuse me, that was the other one. In the front court, left corner, it's 2. It's up, down low to Follow. This is the bunny. Carolina with the board. Luke May brings it front court, pushes to Kenny Williams. Drives baseline, sends it right corner. Crosses the floor to Barry. He is now 11 of 19 from three-point range on the season. So both teams putting some points on the board here early. 7-6, Bucknell. Kenny Williams has it top left. He'll try a long
good for Kimball McKenzie.
From the right corner.
He doesn't look like a 1 for 13 shooter tonight. We knew he wasn't.
Pinson drives left to the lane, cut off.
May falls away. He's got a great shooting rhythm, no doubt.
I would not want to see him.
He's got 19 points tonight now.
They go on the road against the defending national champs. They're giving them everything they want. This is a really good basketball team, the Bucknell Bison out of the Patriot League.
Tar Theo, senior guard, pushes the pin, touch pass.
Manley,
and he finished it. And that will rattle in for Brown. And Williams ahead of the pack. Look out.
Home run to Williams.
And Luke May at the 5. Roy said the other day, somewhat flippantly, that if you took each of the elements from
turnover, here comes North Carolina. Williams calling for it after the turnover. Up Phoenix to that list of St. Louis and Detroit. This is Carlson up at the top of the key. Ben Jacobson, 12th year now as head coach at Northern Iowa. He said, I pushed Carlson to improve that element of his game, to become a matchup problem, shoot some shots from beyond the arc this year.
What I liked about Luke May on the possession is he hits his own 3 on the offensive end. He just has to make shots for them from behind the 3-point line.
On Tuesday, remember, number 1 against number 2. How often do you get the top 2 teams in the country clashing this early in the season?
5 days into the season, and what a nice drive.
Well, UNI's relied on the 3 ball, 9, but elsewhere they have struggled to shoot.
And Spencer Haldeman on the Missouri Valley all-freshman team last year.
Redshirt sophomore from Iowa.